Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live session. Today, we are going to understand one of the most important concepts in React, the virtual DOM. Many people use React daily, but still feel confused about what virtual DOM actually does behind the scenes. So, today, we are going to break this topic step by step in very simple language. This session is beginner friendly, so don't worry if you are new to React. Before we start, let me tell you what you will learn today. By the end of the session, you will clarify your understanding what virtual DOM really is, what it is not, why React uses it, how it improves performance. So, if virtual DOM ever felt confusing, today that confusion will be completely gone. The problem with the real DOM. Let's first understand the problem. The real DOM is controlled by the browser. Whenever we update the DOM, the browser has to do a lot of work. It recalculates layouts, rebends the screen, and reflows elements. This process is slow, especially when the application becomes big. If we update the DOM frequently, the UI becomes slow and laggy. What is the virtual DOM? Now comes the solution, Virtual DOM. Virtual DOM is a lightweight JavaScript object. It represents the UI of your React application. It is stored in memory, not in the browser, because it is just a JavaScript. It is very fast to create and update. This virtual DOM helps React decide what should change in the real UI. Is virtual DOM an exact copy of your real DOM? This is the most important clarification. Virtual DOM is not an exact copy of the real DOM. It only contains the information React needs: component structure, HTML tags, props, and states, UI hierarchy. It does not contain browser level details like layout or CSS calculations. Blueprint analogy. Let me explain this using a real life example. Think of a virtual DOM like a blueprint of a building. The real DOM is the actual building. Before changing the building, we update the blueprint. Blueprint is easy to change and does not involve heavy work. React always updates the blueprint first, not the real building. Initial render. When the React app loads for the first time, this is what happens. React create the virtual DOM, then it converts that virtual DOM into the real DOM. After that, the UI appears on the browser screen. This process is called initial rendering. Triggers an update. Now, what causes React to update the UI? The state changes triggers an update. This can happen when user clicks a button, user types something, or API data is received. Important point, state change does not directly update the real DOM. New virtual DOM creation. After the state changes, React creates a new virtual DOM. The old virtual DOM is still kept. React does not touch the browser yet. At this stage, everything happens in a memory. So, diffing process. Now, React compares the old virtual DOM with the new virtual DOM. This comparison is called diffing. React finds what changed, what stayed the same. This steps helps React avoid unnecessary updates. Targeted updates. Based on the diffing result, React updates only the required elements. Unchanged elements are just ignored. This is called targeted update. This is one of the main reason React applications are fast. Now let's understand the difference between full update versus targeted update. In traditional JavaScript, large parts of the DOM may get updated, but in React, only changed parts are getting updated. The rest of the UI remains untouched. This reduces browser workload and improve performance. Now let's understand the difference between virtual DOM versus real DOM. Let's compare virtual DOM and real DOM. Virtual DOM is a lightweight and fast. Real DOM is heavy and slow. Virtual DOM is used by React. Real DOM is handled by the browser. React uses virtual DOM to work efficiently with the browser. Now, what if the virtual DOM did not exist? So without virtual DOM, React would update the DOM directly, UI would become slow, performance would drop, large apps would be hard to manage. Virtual DOM makes React scalable and efficient. So let's understand more about re-rendering myth. A very common myth is that state change reloads the full page. This is false. React only re-rendered affected components. The browser page is not refreshed. That is why React apps feel smooth. Let's understand what virtual DOM does not do. Virtual DOM does not do control the browser, handle CSS rendering, calculate layout of pixels. These responsibilities belongs to the browser. React and browser work together. So you might be thinking that now, why virtual DOM improves performance? Virtual DOM improves performance because it works in the memory. It reduces real DOM operations. It applies minimal updates. Performance is a result of smart design, not a magic. Let's a simple example. Imagine a page with a header, sidebar, content, and footer. If a button inside content changes, only that button is updated. Header, sidebar, and footer remain untouched. This shows how efficient React updates are. So, what are the takeaways? Let's quickly recap. Virtual DOM is not a real DOM, it is a UI representation. It helps React update efficiently, it improves performance. If you remember these points, you understand virtual DOM. In one simple line, Virtual DOM is a smart blueprint that helps React update the UI efficiently and fast. Thank you for joining this session. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Let's discuss and clear all your doubts. Happy learning and happy coding. Before we wrap up today's session, I want to say thank you to each one of you for spending your valuable time with us. Um, I hope today's session helped you understand the concept clearly and added value to your learning journey. If you found this session useful, I have a small request. Please subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming live sessions, tutorials, and deep dive tech content. Follow our LinkedIn page to stay updated with new learnings, initiatives, community events, real world tech insights, and opportunities to grow together. Also, don't forget to bookmark our website, ShareTech. This is a central hub for the reading quality tech articles, writing, and sharing your own knowledge, learning from real experience, not copied content. Now, one very important announcement starting from this new year, we are launching the ShareTech Article Writing Challenge. This challenge is all about encouraging original human written content, sharing real knowledge with the community, building your personal brand in technology. Anyone can participate, students, freshers, working professionals. And yes, while learning and sharing, you also stand a chance to win exciting prizes. So please don't forget to subscribe, follow us on LinkedIn, bookmark, share tech, and participate in the article writing challenge starting this new year. Let's not just consume content, let's create knowledge, let's share what we know, and let's grow together as a community. Thank you once again. So, see you in the next session. Happy learning and happy coding.